Primary School at Mbhokota Village outside Elim in Limpopo is accusing the Department of Education of demanding the portion of meals given to learners that they be reduced. They allege that the portion given is not sufficient. They say that the school was informed that there is a short supply of food. SABC News reporter Pimani Baloyi is covering the story for us. Pimani, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the agenda. What does the SGB say about this matter?
Good morning, Simpiwe, and good morning to our viewers at home. Yes, Simpiwe, as you rightly stated, we are at Mugejwani Primary School at Mbhokota Village, just outside Elim and Limpopo, where we've received complaints from the SGB that, learners are being given food that is not sufficient. And as you may recall, Simpiwe, some learners only depend on this meal a day. They don't have much to go on when they get home. And just a little bit of background, Simpiwe, at the beginning of the year, there was a contractor who was contracted in previous years to deliver foods for schools, nutrition scheme food for various schools in the province. And this year, he said he was not awarded the tender, and he took the Limpopo Department of Education to court, demanding that the contractors that were given the tender be interdicted, as he said they were not sufficiently qualified to render the service. But unfortunately for the contractor, the court set aside the matter and did not rule in his favor, did not grant that interdict. But what we've been receiving, Simpiwe, is that there are some schools that are not given sufficient food, and as a result, kids are not fed properly. But to speak more about this, Simpiwe, I'm joined by the chairperson of the SGB at Mugejwani Primary School, Ms. Tumelo Ndlovu. Mani, ihlamseleni mirishipito iyini loko swi fika swakudyeni swa vana?
Vana va hina va nyikiwa swakudya leswitsongo a va xurhi. Like loko ni vutisa ku why vana va fanele va nyikiwa swakudya leswitsongo va ri swi suka swi ri ka nutrition, yi suka swipfumo eka nutrition. N'wana i phameriwa swakudya hi lepula, xixevo va tlhela hi lepula ro dya hi rona. Se vana a va xurhi, ene vana van'wana va suka kaya va nga dyangi, va tshembele swakudya swa le xikolweni, xikolo xi huma still va kuma ku kaya a ku dyiwa a ku na swakudya. Se vana va hina va dlayisiwa ndlela se a hi swi tivi ku why va nutrition va fanele va endla vana va hina so. Hi laha ta tiva ka vona na va education ku why va fanele va dlayisa vana va hina ndlela na laha xikolweni a ku na titlilasi, a ku na ti-toilet, titlilasi tinharhu, ene xikolo xi sungula ka grade R ku fika ka grade 7. Se a hi swi tivi ku hi fanekele endlisa kwini. Ku na tlilasi yin'wana community lo twanana ku a hi hlengeni mali ya so vana va hina va kota ku akeriwa tlilasi leyin'wana i xikalipulanga xi switwini xi dyiwe hi muhlwa, vana va dlaya hi xirhami loko sweswi ka ku hundza ku xixika. Se a hi swi tivi ku fanekele education yi fanele yi tshika vana va hina njhani.
Inkomo mama. Simpiwe, that was Tumelo Ndlovu, the chairperson of the SGB at the school, explaining that, the kids are not fed enough. The school has an enrollment of about 197 learners, where I've seen them with shots of the ladies who cook here, dishing up for them, and the food is just too little. But something else that the chairperson of the SGB mentioned is that the school just does not have sufficient classrooms. We've been here, Simpiwe, there's only one block with 4 classrooms, and it has 7 grades from grade R to grade 7. And we've seen that, in the 4 classrooms that were built by the department, the first grade, you find grade R and grade 1 learners sharing a classroom. In the second one, you find grade 2 and grade 3 learners sharing another classroom. And in the 4th grade, there are grade 5s who are learning alone. But there are 2 classrooms, one of which is just, we could call it a shack that was built by the community, where the shack is now a classroom for the grade 7 learners. And there's another small building that was also built by the community, which has been turned into a classroom for the grade 6. So the situation in the school, Simpiwe, is quite dire. We've also seen some of the abolition facilities where you find that they are a bit far from where the school is at. Some of them are down in the ditches, and there are grade R learners who are very small. They have to walk alone to the area that is quite not safe. We've spoken, the SGB was also mentioning, the environment generally is just unsafe, where you find learners are not safe when they go to the abolition facilities, they're not safe in their classrooms, but further, they are not properly fed as they should be, Simpiwe.
No, Pimani, no prizes for guessing how adversely this will be affecting the learners, because food rationing especially for young kids and young learners, will have, a detrimental effect on their well-being. So who is to blame for this? Is it the contractor, or is it the government who did not, who scaled down on the payments to the contractor?
Simpiwe, what we understand with the tender is that the Limpopo Department of Education defended itself at school. The application was that, they did not award the tenders properly. So the department said no, they followed all due processes and they don't understand why these people are not supplying sufficient food. At this point, Simpiwe, we're not sure if it's accurate that the supplier has brought in insufficient amount of food to feed the kids. But what we'll be doing, Simpiwe, as the day progresses, we've already reached out to the spokesperson of the Limpopo Education Department, Ms. Mugejwani, to give the department the right to reply. At this point, she's told us, they'll be sending their officials here to investigate if this is in fact true and who could be wrong if that is the case. So, Simpiwe, we'll also be speaking to some of the learners, the older learners, the grade 7s and grade 6 learners, to find out how this is affecting them, and we'll be bringing a more comprehensive report as the day progresses, Simpiwe.
All right, Pimani, will certainly banking on you to give us the latest update on that. That was a reporter, Pimani Baloyi. She's speaking to us live from Mugejwani Primary School at Mbhokota Village outside Elim in Limpopo, wherein the SGB is accusing the Department of Education in that province of, ordering the reduced food rations given to the learners. We are inviting you